Hello everyone, welcome back to this week's episode of Fish Off the Pitch. I'm your host Terry Kelly, Coach Fishbein, a little incognito to my left here. Coach, it was a good weekend last week.
Tournament mode, man. We're in tournament mode.
Looking ahead.
Lockdown. Don't look back, look forward. Next game's Wednesday.
Wednesday against South Carolina.
Yeah, what else?
I think that's the big thing.
Okay.
Wednesday at 2:30.
Yep.
All right. We're good. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. No, it was, it was a great way to end the season and to see the, seeing the seniors off. We didn't see anything off. We got a lot ahead of us. But it was great to recognize Josh Dye and Adrian Mora Delgado and to win the game. That was great. It was just a nice night, and I was really happy with how our guys played. Scored some goals. I thought played a real complete game on both sides of the ball, and Josh and Adrian were real good on the night. So that was nice. And then the other piece was kind of paid tribute to Stu Walker, who passed away last week, who was our longtime PA announcer, but. I think that kind of sells him short. Stu was, a part of our program, part of Lobo Athletics, and just a special man. He was really a kind, giving person, and it was just always comforting having him around on game day. So Stu is, to say he's going to be missed, he's not going to be missed because he's always going to be there with us, in some way. But it was just a special night to remember Stu, senior night. Close out the season on a high note, 3 goals and a shutout, and just bring a lot of momentum into the conference tournament. And we're excited, real happy with how things are drawn up. We play South Carolina Wednesday. South Carolina has the highest RPI in the conference, so it's a big one for us, just to where we want to be. Mm-hmm. And we have everything in front of us, so it's good. It's all good.
South Carolina faced them earlier this season at their place. It was a very tight game, kind of a bizarre ending, but that being able to play them so tight has to give you guys confidence going into Wednesday.
Well, I think the main thing for us is where we're at. I think we assess our strengths, our weaknesses, our chances, our optimism is based on how we're playing, and we're playing very well now. It's a confident team. It's a unified team. Ironed out a couple little kinks here and there, and I'm excited. I'm excited to play a really good opponent on a neutral site. I think it's going to be good weather, good field, and the guys are excited. So yeah, nothing else needs to be said. Big one Wednesday, and hopefully we're back here next week with smiles on our faces, and the season's still going on. That's the plan.
Your guest this week, it's a little different turn. We don't have a player. We have one of your associate head coach.
Yeah, Paul Souders. Yeah, Paul and I have been coaching together for 8 years now. Paul, incredible man, father, husband, coach. Can't say enough about him. He's got 2 little kids, and just really honored to get to work with him on a daily basis. So,
has he been on the show before?
I don't know if Paul's been on. I think he's probably been on once or maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll ask him.
Okay, we'll be right back with Paul.
Paul Souders. We're going to improvise it. You ready? 3, 2, 1, rolling with Paul Souders. So we're back. Special guest, Paul Souders. Paul's a very patient man. We've coached together for 8 years. And, I don't know how he does it, how he puts up with me. He's very good temperament. And he's a good husband and a good father. I always compliment Paul on that. And, there's a lot of little trivia things that come up where people don't know. Paul, senior year of high school, Dallas Player of the Year. And Dallas is like a hotbed of soccer. He was the top player in all of Dallas. Played college soccer at Clemson University. I think went to a couple Elite Eights, was the captain, great student. Had a little run with the U.S. Olympic team, so big-time player. Can't say enough about him, man. It's just always, I'm not going to say he's always smiling and pleasant to be with, but most of the time he is. He's a pretty good guy.
That's fair.
He's got a good haircut. which
consistent.
Consistent. But what do you think, man? What's the word? You excited going into this conference tournament?
Absolutely. I think the performance on Friday was exciting, and I think that's probably the biggest thing, is having the team play at that level at the end of the year. I think that's always promising. So to be relevant, and we're very relevant right now, and to be relevant this time of year, I think is very exciting for the players and also for us as a staff.
Relevant, that's a good term. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, anything you want to share? Tell people about yourself, about, I don't know. People probably don't know you that well.
Wow, that's a pretty open-ended question.
Yeah, it is. Pretty open guy.
I've been here 8 years now, so I feel, very much a part of UNM, Lobo Athletics, and, for me, I'm very proud of that. Very proud of that. And I think proud of this team. I think it's been a season where you've been on the show, and a lot of people we've talked about having some tough results. But in my mind, I think it's a group that is playing well at the moment. It's a group that has grown probably more than any other team since we've been working together. Mm-hmm. And I think that we've really relished the challenge of that. I think the players have. And, I always get kind of mixed feelings about saying it's a new season right now. The postseason, it's new season. You have a new birth at things. But I think it's more that this team has a chance to finish something they started. And they're in position to do that at a very high level. So, it might not be the record of some of the teams we've had in the past, but I think this team is just as capable of being very successful here in the month of November, which I think when you say what's important about Lobo soccer from a result standpoint, we're good in November. Yep. And that's what it's about right now. But I'm really proud of the guys, really proud to be working with this group, proud of the growth over the season, and I think that's much more defining than any record. I can't even tell you our record right now, to be honest with you. It's not something that I think is the defining factor for this team. I think the most defining thing about this team is the position they're in, and hopefully the run we go on these next few weeks.
Yeah, well said. No, I think everybody, the focus is on the next game, and saying the next game, it's our performance and controlling the things that we have control over. So pretty excited about it. But yeah, hopefully we're all back here on Monday or Tuesday next week. We're ready for more games, and I think we're really capable of it. So thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. This was my first time. Well,
there's a viewership of over, I think, 25 million, and it changes things because a lot of people recognize, just walking around, and let's say they saw you, and yeah, it's kind of a defining moment. But I thought you looked good on there. You're a really handsome guy on there.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Well, let's get it back to Terry. We're going to wrap it up. You and I are going to go get some lunch. Not sure where we're going. That's going to be the...
It might be the biggest decision we're facing right now.
It's going to be a big decision because I'm hungry, man. There's a lot of good eats. So, yeah, thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.
Get back to Terry, and then off we go.
Thanks. All right, we're back. Coach Fishbein, Coach Souders obviously means a lot to the program, and I was surprised it's the first time he's been on the show.
Paul doesn't like being in the limelight that much. And he was a child actor and a child model. And he just got tired of all the media stuff. And he was in Hollywood, did a lot of foreign films. And he's kind of moved past that in his life. He wants to be of more substance. And to be honest, he's just tired of being a sex symbol.
It must be tough. I can't imagine.
So I'm really glad we got him out here today, and that he was able to join us.
Yeah. So South Carolina, 2:30 Mountain Time on Wednesday. And hopefully we're back here next week after 3 wins.
We'll be back. I mean, we'll be
back
regardless. I'm not moving to South Carolina or North Carolina. Hopefully the plane lands, and yeah, we'll be back here. But hopefully we'll be back here with smiles on our face with more games ahead of us. That's my plan.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Thanks. Thank you.